Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. It's not Thursday, but this is a new beer. This one is Peach Party by Blake's Hard Cider. It's a peach and blackberry cider. Should be pretty good. You can find me at tubajake_69 on Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. Like, comment, and subscribe. I like to hear about what you like to hear about. What you like about this. What you like about beer. What you like about ciders. What you like about hard seltzers. I think I've done a couple of those on this too. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. I like to share them. Other people's stories are the best ones to tell because I've done a lot of interesting things, but I know a lot more interesting people that have done a lot more interesting things. So I like to share their stories too. So anyway, this one's Peach Party. Wow, that was right on time. Good deal. This one's Peach Party, and I'm expecting it, because I haven't ever seen this poured out, to be sweet. It says it's closer to the sweeter side. It's from Blake's Hard Cider Company. I believe that's an Armada, if I remember correctly. I knew a guy from Armada, which is why I remember that so well, because I saw that it was from there one time, that Blake's was there one time, and I was like, oh, I know a guy from there. His name was Phil. He played the tuba in the Michigan Lions All-State Band when I was there. He's a pretty cool guy. Stayed at my house because that's how you did things in the Lions Band. You had host families, and my family was a host family. So they were like, oh, that kid plays tuba, you play tuba, let's have tuba players stay there. So they did, and actually that was a lot of fun, to be the host family, but to also like be a part of that band, and just to know people from all over the state. There were people from the UP that I knew when I got to college. There were people from Detroit that I knew that stayed at my house. It was a lot of fun. A great way to get to know people. It's a good time. Plus I got to go to like England, Scotland, France, Washington DC, Philadelphia. Like kind of all over the place. It was really fun. My sister got to go. She was in the Lions Band for 4 years, and she got to go to Japan and Hawaii and a couple other places, California someplace, I think, because they went to Disneyland. Both my sisters went to Disneyland. I think the only one of us 4 kids in my family that didn't get to go is my little brother. And the year that he was supposed to go, he got lymphoma, so he couldn't go anywhere, which was terrible because he would have been really good, and he would have really liked that, and he really liked being in the marching band at college. But I mean, if you're sick, you're sick, and you can't do the things. It stinks. So anyway, I was expecting this to be a little bit more pink. It is a lot more amber colored, which is cool because that's what you'd expect the cider to be. That's what you'd expect peaches to look like when they're here. But I was hoping there'd be a little bit more blackberry in this. Let's see what it's like. The smell, right off at first, you can smell the peaches in there. It smells like the peach stand that I went to when I went to my sister's. It's delicious. It smells amazing. Fresh fruit, it's awesome. It tastes like cider. It tastes like apples. I don't know what that is, if it's the sweetness of the peaches that's making it more sweet, and the blackberries are just countering that to make it taste like apples. But like, it smells like peaches, tastes like apples. I don't know. What kind of beer does this remind me of? It sort of reminds me of, you ever had a juicy peach from Leinenkugel? Reminds me a little bit of that, but replace the flavor of the peaches, or the flavor of the apples in this one, with the flavor of beer in that one. Yeah, a lot like that. That's kind of what it reminds me of. What does this remind me of? What does this remind me of a story? Of course it reminds me of a story. I've got lots of stories. Okay, so this reminds me of a friend of mine, several friends of mine actually, who are in a band. They call it Class A. They play a few different places. They've played nationally. I mean, they don't tour nationally technically. Mostly they just go to the National Boy Scout Jamboree and they play there. It's a bunch of Eagle Scouts. 3 of them are brothers. All grew up in the same venturing troop, and their focus was music. So this venturing troop, 755 out of Northville, focuses on music, and they're very good at it. It's a lot of fun when they go and play places. One of the places that they play is actually at a thing that they do at Blake's, from what I understand, over in Armada. It's in the thumb of Michigan, if you will. So like over this direction. Actually, I think it's a little bit higher in the, actually in the thumb and not Port Huron. I know I've seen signs for it when I've been going toward Port Huron, so it's probably around, it's pretty close to the thumb, but over in the thumb, north of Detroit, probably west of Detroit also, just because it is there. Okay, so these friends, very cool. I got invited to one of their bachelor parties. Well, invited. I kind of hosted one of their bachelor parties. Not that I was the best man, but the best man was like, hey, we've done a lot of really cool bachelor parties at your hunting cabin. Can we do this one here? Well, obviously, yes. I get to go, right? It's going to be a weekend of drinking and hanging out and playing games and walking around in the woods. Absolutely. I would love to do that. So I did that. A big part of what he did, I think the guy that asked me was like, hey, we did a paintball thing when we had mine. That was really fun. Can we do yard games? There's space for that there, right? And there's space for that there. And we did that there, and it was super fun. We did like beer pong was one of them. We did barrel pong, which is like trash cans, and you shoot like Nerf balls at the trash cans like you would with beer pong, Beirut, if you will. And what else did we do? I think cornhole was one of the games, and can jam. My best story from this entire thing, my best story from that entire weekend was we were playing Can Jam against the young guys. These were the college kids, and everybody else there was, because, you know, it's a younger brother and the younger brother's friend that was there. So myself and another one of the guys, the bass player from Class A actually, we were on a team, and then the young guys, going to Michigan State on the well, I guess I don't know how you'd explain it. It's a club disc a club ultimate team, the club ultimate team at Michigan State. So obviously they're really good at this game because it's with an ultimate disc. So they're throwing it exactly where it needs to be, putting it in the can. They're getting all these points. And there's a way that no matter how far down you are, you can still win if you put the disc through the hole in the can. I put the disc through the hole in the can. Like, not the top hole, because you get points for that, but you've got to knock it in, or you can like set it in, but that's really super hard. But if you throw it and there's a hole that fits a disc in the side of the can, if you can fit it in there, whoever does that, that's the game. I put it in the hole. It's one of the cooler things that I've done. I've done a bunch of really cool things, but a lot more of them take a lot more explaining than that. And lots of people don't think that's cool, but this one is very cool. It's 6.5%, but I'd swear that it's less than 5. This is super easy drinking. It doesn't hit hard with an alcohol flavor. It's smooth, very smooth, kind of sweet, not so much dry. I kind of like my ciders a little bit more dry. I had a champagne cider once that friends made, and that was really good. I think I had it earlier, and it was not dry then. But you know, bottle conditioned cider will get drier as it goes. And it did. They had it in champagne bottles. I think they actually did it with champagne yeast, and like we had it at the beginning, and it was really sweet, and it gave me a super bad headache like after one glass. And then later, I'm like, this is the same stuff. He was like, yep, it sure is. And it was dry and made me want to drink the entire bottle, and I did not have a headache, and it was really nice. But this, it's not going to give you a headache right away, but it's sweet and super drinkable. Please drink it. It's very good. I would drink more of these. I probably will actually drink another one of these tonight because I've got a bunch of them. I think I've still got 4 left. Oh, that was really good. It tasted like another one, which will be soon. I do have a quote for you today. This one is from Madonna, Luis Ciccone. I don't know how to say that. It's very Italian. From up in Bay City, which is kind of neat. She said, oh wait, I was also supposed to say, from such films as Vision Quest and Dick Tracy. Whatever. She said, one must dare to show what he wants. One must dare to show what he wants. Okay. That's, I don't know if I want to comment on that. But, you know, you got to go after what you want. So do that. Let people know. It'll help you out in the long run, really. Or people will beat you up. One way or the other, you're getting something out of it. Don't forget, you can find me at tubajake_69 at Untapped, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's awesome. I like doing this. It makes me feel better when people do those things. So please do. I'll catch you next time when you got time for a beer.